If you're doing a carnivore or ketogenic diet and you're trying to moderate your protein and get in a lot of fat, a lot of people are unsure of your fat to protein ratio and how to actually calculate it. So let's get into part one of this great subject. Welcome everyone to my very humble life, where I do videos in the corner of a camper as I try to build a house and take care of 10 equine, 2 dogs, and my mother, while trying to research and keep you guys updated with the best information. But let's get into this subject of how do you calculate, how do you understand how much fat you need to consume to protein, because this subject it's a blurry line. One of the first things I really want to help you guys understand is it's not about the protein, it's about the fat. Not the protein, but the fat. This subject of needing more protein to build muscle is such nonsense. It comes down to your hormones and your digestion. How much protein does the individual need to build muscle? And how much fat does the individual need for structure and for energy? Eating a big ribeye with a bunch of fat, white gristly fat around the edges, is going to put you in a strange position if you have any kind of insulin resistance or issues with your insulin, and you eat all that protein and you're thinking, hey, this is a very high fatty cut of a ribeye, I'm getting enough fat. No, you're not getting enough fat in. You're getting double the amount of protein, because not only are you dealing with the muscle meat on that ribeye, but you are also dealing with the fat around, or the marbling. That's not pure fat at all. A lot of that is just protein. So now when you're trying to use your chronometers and all these calculators for how much protein, they get it wrong most of the time. That's why it's just better to scan a product or weigh it to try to understand what you're actually consuming instead of using these apps. Remember, if you are eating ground beef or ribeye or any like red meat, muscle meat specifically with fat, a lot of it is just going to be added protein. It's the drippings to the bottom of the pan. That is the pure fat. Not just what you find in that ground beef or even what you find on a ribeye. A lot of that is just protein stacked with protein. And when protein gets too high and you have dysglycemia, you're going to store that energy as fat and not burn it off. How much fat is coming in is because fat is infinite. As long as your gallbladder is working and you have enough pancreatic lipase and you have taurine and glycine and you have good flow, right? And you're hydrated, you can eat infinite amounts of fats. There's no limit. Your body will go, okay, we're good, without having any nausea, bloated, pain, floating stool, pale stool, neck pain, none of that. You feel great. So you know when to stop. Baseline 200 grams. But with that said, it's the protein that is the blurry line, which is why I need to do several videos, even in this wind tunnel storm with the air conditioner. I know. Understanding how much protein is so important, so please don't do smoothies and don't do protein shakes. That's a whole nother video. And when you're having a cut of meat on the plate, for women it's between, and this is measured cooked, between 3 to 5 ounces, depending on how active you are. Now the activities come down to your GLUT4 receptor sites and digestion, how your body's able to use that protein. Especially if you lift, you can tolerate more protein than somebody who's not as muscular, but that will be part 2. So how you measure your food, or your protein rather, with fat, add a bunch of rendered fat to the plate, at least 45 grams per main meal, at least 45 to 60 grams in your main meals, and maybe even 30 grams in between. But your protein should be very moderate to low depending on the individual. So for women it's between 50 and 85, and it's very individual. So if you think you're an 85 and you're not, use a glucometer. You'll see your blood sugar spike if you don't have all the proper equipment to utilize that protein as energy. And for men it's between 60 and 100, but more like 95. I'll go into that later because it's getting late. I need to edit this, and I'm out. Of course, if you feel like you need help with optimizing your health, I've been doing this for a very, very long time. And my education is you guys, thousands of you guys over the years. My Instagram is Stephanie Ketogenic. Facebook fan page is Stephanie the Business Person. And of course, my website is stephanieperson.com, where you can either join my course, which is $15 a month, or you can just simply book a consultation and speak to me directly. Comment below. Tell me how it is with your protein. How much protein are you consuming and why? And is anyone doing the N=1 experiment by eating a bunch of protein while testing their blood sugar? Not through a CGM, but a finger blood prick. And I'm out. Because my energy is like, my love for life energy couldn't be higher. But my body's like, Steph, go to bed. Energy. And I'm out.